All right. So what we have done is, let's start that over like that. Okay, what we have done is completely redesigned the contract generator. As you can see, I'm going to start here. This is an overview section. It's going to take the data from these areas and put them here. Okay. So these are the sections you're going to fill out: property details, the details of the deal, if you want to make a cash offer. Okay, so if you have a seller finance portion, either a seller finance contract or a hybrid deal, you can put the loan amount in there. So if you have that's the balloon. If you have $100,000 and you want to give them 2% interest over 30 years, you may be a 10-year balloon. It will give you the monthly payment. It will give you the balloon payment. It'll tell you what you're paying overall. So basically, if they do 100,000 over 10 years, they'll receive an additional 17,000. And so you can work that into your offer. Is, hey, we're going to give you 100,000 at 2%, and that will effectively get you 117 over the course of the 10-year balloon. Okay, and we'll pay you out the remainder at the 10 years, and there's the remainder balance. Okay, and work this into your offer, right? If you can get to a seller finance $500,000 deal, and you give them 2%, that's an additional $87,000, right? Sorry, this bug just flew right in front of me. Anyways, all right. So here's the second part of it is the cash flow. Okay, so you have long-term rent, mid-term rent, short-term rent, wrap, pad split, Section 8, and you're going to calculate all these things. Here's where you would put your long-term rent. I'm going to make this a green color so you can tell where to put it. And so if you have a monthly payment coming in of $1,700 and you have a $3,000 long-term rent, you're going to take away 20% of that and move this thing. Let's say you have an annual HOA of $3,000. That sounds ridiculous, but let's do 700. Oh, whoops. Let's do 700 here. Okay, so that gives you a cash flow of about $300 a month, $250, which is a 6% cash on cash return. So you come back here and you can see that's going to be, it's going to calculate here. So you can see what type of flow, what type of exit is going to work best for me. Is it going to be a pad split? Is it going to be a wrap? Is it going to be a short term? Right? So obviously this is not a real deal. I don't have Bernie Sanders as my agent at 123 Main Phoenix. Okay, but this helps you see things visually instead of a whole bunch of numbers everywhere, right? So when you do your wrap, you put your listing price in there, down payment, interest rate. That is all calculated. If you have an HOA, you would put that in there. Let's say 700 divided by 12 is like $60. Okay. Wrap term is typically 360. Anyway, so if you have a pad split, you do that. If you have a Section 8, you can look up that Section 8 rent. Let's make this a green. And it's going to do the same thing. It's going to take away the war chest. Let's say it's a $4,000 Section 8. Okay, and you come back here. Okay, Section 8 is going to kill it. I'm going to make over $1,000 a month on that. Short term, long term, mid term aren't great, but I can do Section 8, pad split, or wrap. Okay, so I have three exits there. Let's see, I'm going to jump up here to the overview. What I've done is, if it's an under 8% entry fee, it will give you the green light. Okay. If you are giving a lot more down to the seller, let's say we're having to give $30,000 down. Ooh, that's decent. And I want a $15,000 assignment. Okay, so that's at 8.6. This is no, please renegotiate. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the seller down to 20. Okay, that's good. That's under an 8%. That allows me for 15% or $15,000 assignment. I have 3% on the agent commission. Now, by the way, if you want to change the agent commission, you just change this percentage. Okay. Typically, we're at 3%, but actually, typically we're at 2.5. So we typically give the listing agent 2.5 and go from there. Now, this is calculating between the seller finance portion and the mortgage. So if I take away that seller finance portion, it's going to drop that agent commission. Okay. But if I'm going to give $20,000 on almost a $300,000 deal, that's way too high. I'd probably be more like 7. Not even that. Yeah. Oh yeah, because the agent commission, but 3. We got to make more money, man. We got to make more money. So I'd probably do somewhere close to that. Give the agent the 2.5. Cash the seller 3. I'm making this up. This is not a real deal, but they're listed at 275, right? And they have an underlying mortgage of 231. So if I look up here at the equity right here, when they on the overview, I don't want to do that. Okay, so when they list, they're gonna walk away with like 255 after commissions. Like if they sell on the market at 275, when they walk away, it'll be 255, 275 to 255. Got me? But they owe 231, so they have somewhere around $20,000 of equity. Okay. This out of pocket is the buyer's out of pocket. Okay. This equity is what the seller should walk away with on a regular sale. Okay. Pending they get the list price. Where if you see a list price for 60 days, it's probably priced too high, right? So here, instead of the 20,000, you're giving them 3,000. Okay, that's a big drop. I'm trying to make this into a real deal because that's like what I do, but these are the things you want to watch out for. Okay, so can I give them 15? I can't. That's way too high. What I could do is bring the agent down, bring my assignment down. I can't even do that. Yep. So this would be hard pressed to make this into a deal. You know, maybe something like this. No. I would be hard to do this deal. I want to make roughly what the seller's bringing home, but is this worth your time? Is this sub 2 worth $4,000? I push to say no. I push to say no. If I'm not making 15, 12, 15, then coming away with $4,000, best case, is not worth my time. Okay. So these are the ways that I'm gonna manage what I'm doing. It'd be cool if I did minimum 10K assignment or something like that. I don't know. Like, can you make this work? So this is what I'm looking at is, can I make 15K? Can I make 12, 15 on these sub 2 deals? Yes or no? Because $4,000 is just a lot of work. Okay, this is just the underwriting part. Okay, so we have seller finance. I didn't even talk about the cash part. Okay, you'll understand this part. I'm going through the details: address, agent's name, seller's name, your name, you and your partner's name, seller and their partner's name. If they don't have a second seller, just put NA. And if you don't have a second buyer, put like that. Close date, today's date. Okay, I think we got through all that. Let's do the mortgage payment. Okay, the mortgage payment would be the PI. You can look that up on PropStream, or if you have it. The reason why did I do this? Okay, because sometimes you don't get the mortgage statement when you're trying to make offers, right? So if you look on PropStream, you can get a estimated mortgage payment, okay? But then you have to go and estimate the taxes and the insurance. Okay, well, not estimate. You can get the taxes. So go to PropStream, you can pull this, and this, the PI, taxes, and insurance, and that'll give you like a rough PITI, okay? And this is what you're gonna do to start underwriting for cash flow, okay? So you can get a base idea of what the PITI could be. If you have seller finance, you would add that to it. If you have HOA, you would add that to it, so on and so on. Then you would go underwrite for the cash flow part. What's the long-term rent? What's the midterm rent? Blah, 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 okay? Now, on top of this creative offer that we're constructing, okay, you can also do a first and an initial cash offer, and these are the ranges that you can use. You can move this however you want. If you want 50%, if it's under $150,000 ARV, or let's say a list price, you can offer them 50% of the 150 or under, okay? So if the list price or ARV are under 150, I'm gonna offer them $50,000. So let me see, how does this work? I think this works off purchase price. The listed price. Okay, so it's a 275, so it's in this range. So the 275 is a listed price. I'm gonna offer 65%. So we're gonna see this number drop. So what I didn't want to do is make people do this. So this is actually the cell that pulls for the offer, okay? So I'm gonna offer 178. So right here, I click 175. Cool. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. I'm gonna go. Okay. So this is the calculated offer, and this is based on the list price. But you can, I didn't want them to be stuck. So right here, you type in what you want that offer to be, okay? Cool. Here's where the cash flow is. This is where the PITI comes over. This is where your long-term rent, midterm. Midterm, what I did is I would take the room count. Let's say it's 3 rooms, and I'm gonna get $700 per room. Okay? It's gonna just work it down, and it's gonna say cash flow of negative $100. So let's go back and look at that. Negative $100. So it's on the left side of this line. Okay? Where do we go? Okay. So I'm gonna make, so my payment is $1,700. I'm bringing in $2,100. I'm always gonna take away a war chest. So negative 100. How bad is that? Now for midterm, I wouldn't be so scared because I have 3 rooms bringing in money, but if I only have 2 of those rooms bringing in money, I'm negative $700. Okay, so if I'm not fully booked, I would need this to be a 4-bedroom for it to work. See, pad split. What I do is I just go to pad split and I look at that market, whatever market we're looking at, and see what other people are getting, and that's just what I put in there, rent by the room minus the PITI. Okay, and it works it out to get the cash flow for you. Okay, then you're doing all this underwriting, and I haven't talked about the generated documents, right? So the new contract generator is going to give you all the contracts, cash, sub 2, hybrid, seller finance. Okay. It's going to also give you the letters of intent for sub 2, hybrid, seller finance. Why did I not do cash? I just send them a contract. The contract is so simple for cash, just send the cash contract. But sometimes you don't want to do the full, on creative, you don't want to do the full contract. You just want to send an LOI, right? Because you want to get through the initial conversations of what exactly are you offering, right? So what I've done here, let's just generate one. So they're going to generate here, and it's going to give you like a thumbs up when it's done. So I'm generating a seller finance LOI right there. It's created. So right here, I'm going to click on it, and let's see if we missed anything. Here's the caveat is right here on the interest rate. You just gotta make that 2%. Okay. I'm gonna redo this because I didn't put anything in the seller finance, and I did a seller finance thing. Okay, so we're gonna do 300,000. I'm gonna take away this mortgage. Okay. I'll go back to it. Boom. So this would be, let's look at this, $300,000 loan. So this is not the list price. This is what the loan will be. So it will be the loan plus the cash to seller plus the agent commission. So it's 316,200 is going to be the purchase price. So when we click on this, we're going to see that. Oh, the cash price is still there, 175 cash, or I'll do 316 on payments. Okay. Seller financed amount 300, length of time 10 years, interest rate 2%. So I did a 10-year balloon. Okay. It's 30-year amortization with the payment of 1108. We're gonna, at the end of balloon, I'll give them 220. Total interest, you're gonna make an additional 52,000 if you sell this way. Okay, and what does that say? We're trying to paint a picture, right? If you sell on seller finance, you can make 350,000. If you sell cash, it's 175 with us, because I only do 65% cash. So let's say it's it has a bunch of equity. So you can get all your money right now, or I'll give you $10,000 now, 16 or 6,000 to your agent, and the rest of this is going to be on payments. And here's what it'll look like. In 10 years, I'll give you the balloon payment of higher price than the 175 that I'll give you, as a cash offer. Of course, we're going to send this to Bernie Sanders, who's the agent on the deal. You're going to sign your name, put your name down here. You'd customize this letter of intent to your company. Same with the sub 2, same with the hybrid, and all the contracts. Now, the last part of this is the contracts do not come from me. You have to provide these contracts. Okay. And the reason why the price tag is higher is because I build this out custom for you. Okay? So these custom contracts have to come from you to me, because I don't sell contracts. I sell this tool. It's a contract generator. Send me the contracts that you want generated. I'll put them into your tool here, and then you'll have what you need, right? Okay, cool. I think that's a pretty decent walkthrough. I'm sure I missed something because I did a lot of work, but yeah, tell me what you think. I've been working on this for, I think, a month. So I had Contract Generator 1, Contract Generator 2, now this is Contract Generator 3. And I hope that you all are able to underwrite your deals and get offers out quicker and get some good cash flow coming to you. Anyway, all the best. Thank you so much.